I do whatever it takes to make bread. In Spanish, it's called cuide el pan, but it's called take care of the bread in English. So every time they look at me, they call me cuide el pan. It's just the heart of me, and it's natural. I can't take it away. I think I'm the best baker because of the heart. My uncle was a baker, my cousins are bakers, my brother was a baker, because everybody always wants bread.
We're making like 18,000 loaves a day, baked beautiful and gold, as we do at La Segunda Bakery for over 100 years.
I've been working for La Segunda for 37 years as a baker, and I love my job.
Drew, what's up? I love you, man.
That's that right there, that's the truth.
What's up, Dwight? How you doing today? Good to see you, Bobby.
Cuban bread is a lot different than a hoagie bread. You could get a good sandwich with a hoagie, but there's a difference with the Cuban bread. The flavor.
Our Cuban bread, it comes from La Segunda Central Bakery, right down the street in Ybor City. We've been buying our bread for them for over 100 years. Their Cuban bread is the best Cuban bread I have ever had. And once you taste it, you can't ever eat any other kind of Cuban bread. So we have been here in Ybor since the beginning. 1903, that's the beginning. Now we are 15 dining rooms, 1,700 seats. We encompass a whole city block, and we're still serving those tastes of Spain and Cuba. It's kind of magical when you think about what Ybor City was like back in the early 1900s, how they would walk from their cigar factories and come to the Columbia restaurant to get their Cuban sandwich or café con leche. When I look at old pictures, it truly seemed like it was a magical place.
Basically, I grew up all over Ybor City, and I loved it. The cigar factories, Columbia restaurant, the history.
We're melting all these different heritages in together. It is almost like the French Quarter in New Orleans. We refer to ourselves as the Latin Quarter, though. Our Cuban sandwich represents all of those that came to Ybor City at the turn of the century. You start with your Cuban bread, obviously represents the Cubans. You've got your ham, which represents the Spaniards. You've got your roast pork, which is mojo marinated, once again the Cubans. The salami, which represents the Italians and the Sicilians. And then I always say the Swiss cheese represents Ybor City and how it was a melting pot of all of these different heritages. Yellow mustard pickles represents the Germans and the Jews. We brush it with butter and you press it, they all melt together, they become one. It is amazing, all the different flavors. It's a party in your mouth.
When people come from out of state, all over, they go crazy for the Cuban sandwiches.
It is a beautiful thing. Proud doesn't even begin to describe the way I feel to be a part of this family.
I'm happy to bring out a product that represents the Cubans, and I like to give them the beauty of Ybor City.